Hello everyone and welcome to Raven 1, episode 1 of a new campaign here that I am doing for the A-18 in DCS World. This was voted for by you lot, just beat out the Ultimate Argument campaign, but this one won by a single vote, so we are definitely jumping in this. So this campaign is based on a series of books by the same name. It is not a series of books that I have read, so I'm going into this very blind. But in terms of the backstory, it is 2008, Operation Iraqi Freedom is on the go, and we are part of Raven Flight, and we have just been sent as a US carrier group to support Operation Iraqi Freedom. However, tensions are very high with Iran, and we are just passing by the Iranian coast now, so I think that's where this campaign is going. As for this mission, well, a couple of other flights from Raven are doing actual cast strikes on Iraqi territory. Myself and my XO, though, we are going off for some dogfighter training. So we have a area set out just a little bit to the north, and we're just going to do some mock dogfighting. Now DCS doesn't really have implementation for this training dogfighting. It does have training missiles, but they're really just missiles that don't fire. So the developers have kind of patched something together. More or less I choose to call out when I think I've got a kill, and if the opponent gets a kill, I choose when he gets a kill, kind of thing. But anyway, very excited to check out this new series, so let's jump right in.
This is Raven 1-1, Skunk 308 for 10 miles.
Raven 1-1, strike. Can you get an ID?
Wait 1, strike. Strike. Raven 1-1, mark on top. Octopus.
Strike copies. Request contacts, course and speed.
Approximately 127 at 20 knots.
Roger that, Raven 1-1. 99, strike. Stay outside 10 miles from the contact.
Raven 1 flight comes.
Raven 2-1, roger. 2, looking at the SA page, the Iranian ship is dead ahead on our course. On my mark, prepare to check 20 degrees right.
So it gives me the option here of whether to agree or whether to complain it's taking us too close to Iranian airspace. But I think flying close to Iranian airspace is probably better than overflying one of their ships, so
Check right,
I agree.
20.
We turn right.
Lead. The Iranian vessel is too close to our original training area. We'll set up over here.
Again, here it prompts me whether or not I should argue with the XO. Again, I don't think having a training flight directly over an Iranian ship is a good idea, so I agree with him here.
Lead speed. Angels right.
Speed and Angels left.
Take a cutaway.
So here we go, this is our training starting. So we've agreed to cut away. I cut away west, he cuts away east. He'll then call when we're to turn back in.
Tapes on.
Tapes on.
As far as I'm aware, there's no control in DCS to actually start the recording. There might be a switch somewhere that doesn't do anything, so... Actually, I just saw it there on the playback where it is, but yeah, I didn't do anything. I start turning in, kind of because I'm a bit unsure, but then I get the call midway through the turn. I am supposed to be turning in, so it's all good. So unfortunately I kind of mess up here. I do get him on radar, but I don't notice that. I'm trying to get visual IDs right off my nose here. And then the radar contact that I do get is one that's 40 miles away, and I really am not thinking at this point. I lock that up instead. Really shouldn't have that brought me right off his course. It's just because I'm on a 4-box search at that point, and he wasn't in the box that was being passed over, so I kind of unnecessarily diverted there. Thankfully, I realise this guy's too far away, and I start getting locks by the other guy. So turn back in on his RWR contact, and then see him passing off my rear. We're told not to engage before the merge anyway, so there we go as the merge. And it's straight into this nose to tail 2-circle even energy dogfight here. So he starts flaring. I don't get anywhere close to a lock. So I do have training missiles on my wingtips, so I do still get the Sidewinder tone. That all works the same. The only difference is when I pull the button to fire, it doesn't actually do anything. There's no propellant, no charge, it's just a Sidewinder seeker on a rail. I do very, very briefly get tone there, but that would have been far too close to launch, and that was too quick for me to actually press a button on, so I decided not to try and call that there. Now we're both dropping altitude. The hard deck here is 5,000 feet. We're both dropping altitude as we're trying to get on each other's tails, trying to get that little bit extra energy. He starts pulling out of it. I start pulling out a little too late and drop below the hard deck there.
Lead, knock it off.
2, knock it off.
So I'm not sure if he went below the hard deck, but I definitely did. And so
Wait for my mark
that's
to reattach.
either a draw or...
Turning in, fights on.
Anyway, we reset positions, go for a north-south
on.
split this time, which does put him very close to Iranian airspace. Turn back in here. I get a bit confused with the mission briefing. It said that only after I use my missiles should I try for guns, but then it prompted me there to press space when I get a gun solution, so I'm not really sure which it wants me to do at this point. Either way, I do get nice easy visual on him. The lock gets temporarily broken, but I just go to ACM mode and re-establish. I temporarily turn off my Sidewinder, since again we're not meant to engage before the merge, and I don't like the incredibly high-pitched beeping for no reason. So there's the merge, the fight is now on. He then did a reversal, so we're back into a 1-circle here. Go through almost a neutral merge, but I can see myself managing to fall on his tail a little bit here, so I try and take things a little more rolling scissors, let him pass under me again. We're kind of in between rolling scissors and flat scissors here, just passing each other, but with each pass I am falling further and further onto his 6. So I'm keeping him nicely in position, but I'm drifting back on his canopy. There I get a very nice long tone, and so call it a target. Character calls it a gunshot, which it wasn't. It was meant to be a missile, so I think I was supposed to be trying to get
2, roger.
guns attack there. But fine, managed to get that one anyway, so 1 draw / 1 victory.
2, knock it off.
Heads up, Tally 2 contacts low, northwest from my position. Form up on me, and we'll investigate.
Okay, so the lead
joining
decides
up.
that fighters, and it takes me a while to actually locate him, mostly because I didn't realise I needed the TACAN on to get the situational awareness data link display to work properly. Kind of embarrassing that I went through the full Operation Pontus campaign without realising that, but it's good to know. Now that I have him on situational awareness, so managed to catch up to him, just see him passing
flight. Tally 2 bogies, 10 miles ahead of us, heading west at Cherubs 9, likely helicopters.
Raven 2-1, strike. Be advised, you're operating close to Iranian airspace. Vector south.
I don't really know what he's doing at this point. He's just been given an order to vector south and he doesn't. He's going after 2 Iranian helicopters in Iranian airspace, which all seems rather unnecessary. But anyway, I'm a good wingman. I follow him in here. You can see the coast of Iran just up ahead there. There's a hawk site before that had detected us. We're now getting pings.
2 Iranian helicopters. Break. Sam launch, defensive.
So he calls a SAM launch, so I immediately start dropping countermeasures. I follow him into this Immelman turn here. Quite cool looking little, almost in formation Immelman that we do. Get the lock broken almost immediately as we go defensive there. Hawk site's now behind us, no longer locking us.
Raven 2-1, strike. Stay status.
Raven 2-1, en route to Marshall.
Raven 2-1, can you confirm the SAM launch?
So it asked me if there was a SAM launch, and as far as I'm concerned there wasn't. We didn't actually get the warning tone for a launch, just the warning tone for a lock. They're very audibly different, and we're out of range of an IR lock, so I say no. I think he's just kind of trying to start something for no reason there. Followed helicopters into their airspace,
Raven 2-1,
then called a launch when there was no launch.
Raven 2-1, roger. RTB Mother, switch Marshall.
Raven 2 flight is en route to Marshall.
And you were saying something about avoiding incidents with the Iranians. Way to go, EXO.
Yeah, as his internal monologue there pointed out, you have no idea what the EXO is doing there. It seems like he's trying to start something with Iran. But anyway, we head home. So, fair enough first sortie. Managed to win one of the little engagements and possibly start a new war. We'll just have to see what happens next time. Anyway, so this one was a little short. The first episodes of these campaigns tend to be a little on the short side as they're just a little introduction. But I'm really excited to see where this goes. Be interesting to look at a more story-focused campaign after last time's dynamic campaign. But if you'd like to see more, please do leave a like and or a comment and or subscribe. All really does help the channel, especially on the first episodes of a new series. Either way, I hope to catch you in a future video. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers.